Hi, I'm Melissa Lauer, lead counselor at James Nickey High School, and I'm going to talk to you today about academic overview. McAllen ISD high school graduation requirements. So just to start off, basic high school requirements for graduation for every single student entering high school, year 2019-2020. All students are required to earn 26 credits to complete graduation, and they also have to pass their EOC exams. On the right, you'll see a column showing exactly all the 26 credits needed for graduation, and I'm going to go ahead and talk about that in the next slides. So for the STAAR end of course exams, students do take 5 exams at the high school. They do need to pass every single exam. That is a graduation requirement. They do not take them all in the same year. If you'll see on the chart, English 1 is taken freshman year, English 2 is taken sophomore year, Algebra 1 is freshman, Biology is freshman, and US History is taken their junior year. So again, they don't take them all in the same year, they take them all in different years, and it's when they're taking the course. Grade classifications, we do classify every student with their, depending on how many credits they have. So if you look at this chart, freshmen as 9th graders, they do need to have between 0 to 5.5 credits. If they do have 0 to 5.5 credits, they stay as freshmen. In order to move on to be a sophomore, they need 6 credits to 12.5. Junior is 13 to 19.5, and in order to be classified as senior, they do need a minimum of 20 credits, and then for graduation, they do need their 26 credits. It is possible to have more than 26 credits, but they do need to have at least the 26 required credits in order for graduation. We do, the note at the bottom does say grade levels are determined by credits alone. We do classify students as how many credits they have. What can affect your grade classification? So of course, if students fail classes or they have poor attendance, that can affect their classification as grades. Again, they do need specific credits in order to be classified their grade level. So for example, if a student fails a course, then they do not get credit for that class. So when a freshman needs 6 credits, that could affect them becoming a sophomore. Attendance also plays a part. They have to attend their classes. By law, they have to be in their classes so many amount of days. So if they're under those days, they can get their credit denied whether they pass the class or not. A student on the far right shows a student must be in attendance 90% of the time in each class. Each semester, a student with over 9 days absences will get their credit lost. So they do not get credit for that class. So attendance does play a big part in earning their credits. Basic courses, it's like your basics in college. You do need English, math, science, and social studies. Every single year they will be taking one subject in each content. So for example, in English, they do need 4 credits in English, 4 credits in math, 4 credits in science, and 4 credits also in social studies. And a little bit later, we'll show you a little sample of a schedule that is showing all of these subjects. But every single year, they will be taking a math, English, science, social studies. Now, if they're ahead of the game and students take something in the middle school, that's okay, they can. However, just note that every single year in high school, they will still be taking one of these courses or each course from the content. Students are allowed to choose a level. These are the different levels that we offer at every high school. CP is college prep, pre-AP is pre-advanced placement, AP is advanced placement, and then D is dual enrollment. CP is the level where every student will be unless they want to challenge themselves. If a student does want to challenge, they can take a pre-AP course, and then when they get to the upper grades, 11th, 12th grade, they can take AP and dual enrollment as well. They do not have to choose all the classes the same. Every class can be different. For example, they can have one algebra can be CP while their biology can be pre-AP. So it depends on the student and what they want to challenge themselves in. Now, ranking, we do rank courses just like every college does as well. We do rank the core courses, English, math, science, and social studies, and these are the points given to every course. So we do tell students that the higher the grade, the higher the level that they choose, and the more points that they will get for their ranking. And of course, it starts already in their 9th grade year of high school. So already in the 9th grade, they do have to make those decisions and choices as to what classes count for how many points for their ranking. And we do this for every single student, every grade level. There is an automatic admissions policy. If you graduate from a Texas school in the top 10% of your class and you meet the following, number one, you must meet one of the following: graduate distinguished level of achievement, satisfy ACT college readiness benchmarks, earn a score on the SAT that meets the minimum requirement, and number two, submit an official high school transcript after the junior year. There is an exception. UT Austin may have admission requirements that are more stringent than other schools. Currently, it's in the top 6%. There are languages other than English that students are also required to take. Every student has to take 2 credits in a foreign language throughout their 4 years of high school. Currently, McAllen ISD offers Spanish, French, and American Sign Language. The students do have to take 2 credits and they have to be in the same language. Fine arts is another graduation requirement. Every student must take 1 credit at least of a fine arts, and these are some of the options that students can choose from to have that requirement completed. Students are allowed to take more than 1 fine arts. 1 is just a graduation requirement. However, students can opt to be in these fine arts activities all 4 years as well. PE is another graduation requirement. 1 credit is needed. Some of the options shown here are what we include for, or what we can count for PE. And again, the same as fine arts, if students choose to be in PE all 4 years, that is also allowed. However, just 1 is needed as a graduation requirement. There are some state electives that are required through MISD. The first one is called High School College Transition, or AVID High School College Transition. This class is normally taken in their 9th grade year. And then PREP, Principles of Information Technology, that is then taken in their sophomore year. These are 2 locally required credits. They do count as their graduation requirements, and they are required for all MISD students. There are 4 credits from endorsements that are also required for each student to take. Students are given choices as to what endorsement depending on their career path, and I'll get that into the endorsements here in a little bit. Distinguished level of achievement is a recognition or accolade that a student can also earn by successfully achieving 4 credits in math, which must include Algebra 2, a total of 4 credits in science, and the curriculum requirements for at least 1 endorsement. Students can also earn a performance acknowledgement for outstanding performance in one of the following, or in several. They can get a performance acknowledgement through dual credit courses, through bilingualism and biliteracy, on an AP test or IB exam, on the PSAT, the ACT plan, the SAT, or the ACT, for earning a nationally or internationally recognized business or industry certification or license. MISD also offers AP program graduate recognition. The criteria for this is they need a minimum of 12 pre-AP and AP courses throughout their high school years. At least 4 of the courses must be AP. They must take all the AP exams. So if they're enrolled in an AP course, they must take the AP exam for that course. They must allow MISD to review their scores. Students may challenge an exam, an AP exam, and need a score of 3 or higher as well. So if a student is not currently enrolled in an AP course, they can still challenge that course, and they will need a score of 3 or higher. Pre-AP courses taken in the middle school, 4 high school credit will also count towards the 12 courses needed for the AP program graduate. In this slide, there's a sample 4-year sequence. You'll notice in every grade that each student is taking an English, a math, a science, and a social studies. And then the bottom are just options where the student can take different kinds of courses depending on their career path or their endorsement. If you'll notice in 9th grade, they are also taking that high school college transition. That is an MISD graduation requirement. In the 10th grade, there's Principles of Information Technology. That is a MISD graduation requirement as well. The CTE and other electives that you'll notice on some of the grades those are the options that the students have, depending on the endorsement or their career path in which they're choosing. This slide is showing a personal graduation plan. This is going to follow the student throughout their whole 4 years of high school. It is a checklist, if you will, so that we can determine exactly what the student has already received, what they've already earned, or what they can potentially earn and graduate with. On the left, you'll see all the graduation requirements needed. Those are all the 26, and each year the counselor is keeping track of all those credits and making sure that the student is on track to graduate. We also have EOC, where we keep track if they've passed their EOC exams, and the other sections are their awards and accolades, recognitions that they can also be achieving depending on the courses that they choose to take. And on the far right-hand side, you'll also see that their endorsements are also listed there: STEM, public service, arts and humanities, business and industry, and multidisciplinary. Depending on what the student's career path is, we will keep track of their classes here and make sure that they are on the right track to graduate with that endorsement. This is required for every student. We do need a student signature to verify, and parent signature also as well. And we try to get that throughout the whole years that they're in high school. We do need this for every single student, just to make sure that they're on the right path. And if their path changes or career choice changes, then they do need to see their counselor to have this plan updated. McAllen ISD has all of this information and more on their website. You can search up on McAllenISD.org, look up the curriculum bulletin, and every year it is updated. This curriculum bulletin is very lengthy and has a bunch of information on the courses, on awards, accolades, endorsements, dual information, CTE information. Everything that MISD offers and requires is in this bulletin, and it is reviewed annually. If you would like further information, please contact your respective high school. Thank you.